Happy Friday, everyone. Today is going to be nothing short of an interesting day with what we have coming up for non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate in light of the ISM services data that are signaling for maybe a little bit higher inflation. We're going to have to watch and see the CPI and PPI coming out next week with non-farm payrolls, or I should say JOLTS that also came out. JOLTS, when that came out, that came in higher than expected, which actually should sound good to have more job openings that are out there, which mean tighter labor market. But you have more job openings for a tighter labor market when conditions were expected to be loosening, and you have potentially higher inflation there. So one thing that really kind of rattled the markets with that is the idea that inflation is going to be even higher for longer than it's on its way back up, sort of spooking the markets a little bit, and what it does to the federal funds rate and also what it does to long-term treasuries. That's where we're going to see that downward pressure come in from those higher rates that are there, and that inflation kind of mitigating the amount of benefit that you would get from the long-dated treasuries like that. It would be an increased risk and less return for you. So we saw downward pressure in the markets, and we saw some downward pressure with the bond market as well. So really, it's just going to be an interesting day with non-farm payrolls. We want to see strong numbers for strong economic signals, and we also want to see strong numbers from the unemployment rate. Well, when I say strong, I mean like strong in a good unemployment, like low unemployment sort of way. We definitely don't want to see it coming in strong as high unemployment. So we actually are in a kind of a funny spot that non-farm could come in low and then unemployment come in high. If that does happen, the market could respond positively to it. However, if non-farm comes in high and we have unemployment come in low, then the pressure really goes on to the inflation reports for next week, CPI and PPI, because it's like, ooh, employment numbers are good, labor market tight. Now we just need inflation numbers to cool off, just to settle down for a little bit, because that, in my opinion, is going to be the most bullish setup that we're going to get. And so we'll take a look at the charts in this video for SPY, QQQ, IWM. I'm also going to keep updating Bitcoin and what we have for XRP, because those charts are probably two of the most interesting in the crypto market. Bitcoin, because of its position in the crypto space, and then also, well, just the technical position that it finds itself in. So the numerical position based on the charts that we see. And so without further ado, let's really get into that. So let me put this up here, looking at SPY first. And so we have the daily chart up here. It's still down below the 20 and the 50. We got that rejection on Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday trading down below. Today, the pre-market is going to be very telling. 8:30 is going to be that time where we really get a better idea of direction. We really want to get back up on top of those moving averages. I don't know if you can hear or not. I have a cat at my feet. He's throwing a fit because he's not up on my lap right now, but he's just going to have to wait just a few minutes till I'm done here. So we want to get back up on top of these moving averages that you see on your screen. That's going to be that bullish setup. You can see that we're starting to consolidate. I talked about a potential head and shoulders. Well, I think that this more near-term consolidation pattern is going to be a little bit more telling if we actually have that head and shoulders pattern play out. The neckline, by the way, being right down around 580 and about 583, 584. So we want to be watchful for breaking down below 580. That could really set things off. And the tops are coming down, the bottoms are coming up. That is a consolidation pattern. We want to see which way we break. Are we going to get the lower low first, or are we going to get the higher high first? Either one of those things is going to be telling for future direction, and we definitely want to be watchful for that in the near term. Going over to the Qs, man, we're gripping on to that 50-day on here. Just keep on bouncing right off of it. Another bounce, good, but getting on top of the 20 is even better. So that's what we want to watch for the bullish direction for that. Dropping down below the 50 and finding that we have it as resistance instead is going to be a bearish thing. So that's what we want to watch for the Qs. When we go over to IWM, I keep talking about this. Here's the cup look that we have, and we might potentially be getting a little bit of a handle forming off of this part of it right here. And I said it before, it's just a potential. It's not cup and handle, it's just cup, and that's not a thing. Cup and handle is a thing. So we want to watch for this. Are we going to continue to get subdued prices, especially if we start to break down below that 200-day? We just want to watch and see if the pricing can keep on trailing off. If we have the high labor market numbers for lots of job openings, lots of demand for work, that's a good thing, but we also want unemployment to come in low. We want those inflation numbers to settle the heck down for these Russell 2000 stocks, because we want that lower federal funds rate. We want inflation to eat away less at companies like this one that don't really have a lot of cash flow, or maybe even negative cash flow spaces with the low market cap companies that we have. in order to really see that strength come back. And when we do see that strength come back, I really do think that we're going to have some time for outperformance. I don't know that it's yet without seeing the other numbers come out. So let's move on from there to Bitcoin. Here's where we have still that potential for head and shoulders. Need to look and see what happens with this neckline based off the previous peaks. You can see my price prediction for Bitcoin coming in around 74.5. So be watchful for that. Right now, taking that bounce as per the moving averages. By the way, check it out. He stopped meowing because he's now up on my lap. He found a way. So watch for that bounce off of this. Need to get back up above the 50 and the 20. That's going to be bullish. That's probably going to refute what we have for head and shoulders. If we can't get back up on top, that 50-day, if we can't find that as support, then we are really kind of getting pinched in between the moving averages and this neckline. We got to watch for that pressure that might push us down underneath that. And then finally, XRP, you can see my price predictions on here as well based off the technicals, 316-ish to about 445. That's if this consolidation pattern breaks to the upside, or if this flag that we have here, the flagpole part of a bullish pennant, if we get that part instead, or along with the consolidation pattern breaking to the upside, that could be about 445. We got to be watchful if we break down through the bottom side of this thing, which I don't necessarily expect from right now from the other technicals that I'm seeing on the chart, but we have to consider it as something that could absolutely happen. So I'm going to wrap things up here because I'm going to take care of this, this sucker, this boy who just can't get enough of me. I guess I'm just that irresistible. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Come visit me. Join me and my community members through the Patreon, over at the Discord. Links down in the description. And then also that link in the description for Stockmo Academy. Get your technical analysis, get your bread recipe trading strategy, and use the code word doctor when you sign up for that. DOCTOR is going to save you a ton of cash. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.